You visit a restaurant and you want to use Google Translate to talk about it in English. But guess what? The sangria has run out, which is wrong English. Let's talk about it today on the Social English Podcast. Hikari, please open the show.
皆さんこんにちは。毎日少しずつ社交に使える英語の上達を目指すソーシャルイングリッシュポッドキャストへようこそ。今日はぜひもっと自信を持って英会話してみましょう。 Are you ready, Percy? Let's go!
Yes, Hikari, I am ready as usual, ready and pumped up for today's episode. I want to thank everyone for coming out and showing up to today's Social English Podcast episode. If you are new to our podcast, welcome. Yokso, welcome to our podcast. My name is Percy, and I created this podcast to help you in not only English conversation, but social English. And I want you to get better at your English expression every single day. Just a little bit every day will help you out a lot. If you are returning to the Social English Podcast, thank you for coming back. And please consider helping us out, helping support the show by donating $5 to Patreon. But let's talk about today's episode. Today's episode is another Google translation fix. So, Japanese in Google Translate translated into English that is outputted incorrectly, wrong. So, wrong English. We're going to discuss that so you, the listener, can start to learn what words are not used in normal everyday language of English and what words are. That way, you can get a little bit better at your conversational English, eikaiwa, okay? So, what will we do first? Okay, first, as always, let's relax. I want you to relax, listen to my voice. I want you to think, make a picture in your mind. Me, I am Percy, your friend from America. Me and you are at your favorite cafe, sitting down, having coffee. Me, I like mocha latte. You, maybe you're drinking a cappuccino and having a snack. But you asked me to visit you today to talk about English, to help you improve your English. So that's what we're going to do on today's episode. Google Translate. Sometimes Google Translate, actually a lot of times, Google Translate does not give the correct English. So let's look at Google Translate mistakes and correct them. Here is Japanese language about a restaurant review, translated from Japanese into English. Let's start. Kite kudasai. Sangria has run out of fruit, but it was delicious. Sangria has run out of fruit, but it was delicious. Okay. Next, sentence 2. The potatoes were sweet and salty like a happy turn. The potatoes were sweet and salty like a happy turn. Okay. So first, me, your American friend, I do not understand. I don't understand this sentence. Both sentences don't, they are very strange. Very strange. So, let's listen to the way I would say this in English. Okay, let's use some social English to fix these mistakes, and let's listen to what this sounds like. Okay, the sangria doesn't have any more fruit in it, but it's still delicious. The sangria doesn't have any more fruit in it, but it's still delicious. Number 2, the potatoes were salty but sweet. The potatoes were salty but sweet. Okay. Let's talk about one thing real quick. The word in the Google translation, happy turn, it was sweet and salty like a happy turn. Happy turn doesn't make any sense in English. So please don't use happy turn. When you write in English to someone, or you speak to someone in English, you speak to a friend from Australia, or you write an email or a text message to someone from Canada or America, do not use happy turn, because happy turn, we don't understand what this means. It makes no sense to us. Okay. So let's go ahead and say the entire correct English at regular speed. Here is the correct social English at regular speed. Now remember, we're talking about sangria, an alcohol drink with fruit in it. Okay, so please listen. Kite kudasai. The sangria doesn't have any more fruit in it, but it's still delicious. The potatoes were salty, but sweet. The sangria doesn't have any more fruit in it, but it's still delicious. The potatoes were salty, but sweet. Okay, please, if you are at a low level of English, please practice. Renshu kudasai. Please practice listening. Kite, listening to my regular speed English. Please listen to my regular speed English. It will help you listen and hear English words better. It will help you. Okay? All right, that's all for today's Social English Podcast episode. And like always, I am so happy that you were able to join me for today's show. I'm really glad that you're here. And I hope that you learned something from this episode. Okay? I really hope that you can leave a 5-star review and help us by helping us grow the show so more people can help improve their English. Please visit us at realsocialenglish.com where you can get my free download, The 7 Mistakes Most Japanese Learners of English Make and How to Fix Them. You will also get more free resources to help you get better at English every single day. Okay. Please subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and now Pandora. Become a patron. Help the show by donating $5 US to help us make this show even better. We will show you our thanks by personally thanking you in a future episode of the show. You also get new content only available there. Join us there at patreon.com/social English. That's patreon.com/social English. Share our podcast on your social media with your friends. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I will see you next time. Hikari, please close out the show.
今日は楽しい時間をありがとうございました。ぜひ私たちのウェブサイト realsocialenglish.com を訪問して日本語訳と役立つ情報を手に入れてください。また次回お会いしましょう。バイバイ。See you next time. Bye bye.